Yeah, if you haven't tried out Dying Light yet, and you own an LG C10, let me tell you, it's a match made in heaven. So yeah guys, if you never played the original Dying Light that came out in 2016, you owe it to yourself to try it. And if you have the LG C10, then you really have to play it, because this game plays so nicely and pairs so nicely with the LG C10. I mean, look at the graphics in this game. And again, this game came out in 2016. I originally played it on the base PS4, and I really remember enjoying myself when I played it. But then again, I really do enjoy survival horror games. But this game has RPG elements, and it has, you know, various skill trees for agility, power. It has parkour elements, as you can see here, where movement is seamless from rooftop to rooftop. It just plays so effing well. Look at that jump I just did there. Barely made it, but... And you can craft different melee weapons, and the combat is gory and gruesome, and you can kill zombies. Off with the head. Oh, look at that. Oh, the combat is so satisfying. And again, playing on the LG C10, I'm running on a 3950X Ryzen and a RTX 3080 with 32 gigabytes of RAM on an SSD. And this game pretty much maintains 4K 120. So I just keep it capped at 119 FPS, and it runs pretty much between 100 and 119, which stays in the G-Sync range, and there's no real stuttering, there's no tearing. It's just absolutely smooth on the LG C10, and it just feels so good with this hand-to-hand combat at 120 FPS, especially coming from playing it on the base PS4 at 30 FPS. The difference is just astronomical. It really is. And a lot of the times, this RTX 3080 isn't even at 99% usage. A lot of the times, it's just at 80, 85, so there's a little bit of headroom there even. And just look at this game, the fire effects. And so really, if you haven't played this game, you owe it to yourself to give it a try. Like here, we lockpick this van. It really is, a lot of it's about looting too, building up your character's abilities, his resources. It's so satisfying. The story's good. It really has me amped up for Dying Light Part 2, and also to play the DLC storyline after the space campaign, which is known as Dying Light: The Following. So let me show you really quick what my settings are on the LG C10 while I play this game. You know, one thing I will say about the YouTube community when it pertains to LG C10, C9, C1, and OLEDs is a lot of people, they want the most accurate picture quality, and that's absolutely fine. That's your prerogative. But I find that a lot of people will comment on some of my videos. If you're not using, you know, 50 brightness with 0 sharpness and 50 color and warm 2, then you're an idiot because it's not accurate. Or if you're not using HGig and you're using dynamic tone mapping, then you're a moron. Like, that's not, I don't prescribe to that whatsoever. If you want to run it in the most accurate picture setting possible, then sure, use those settings. But a lot of TVs, you know, a lot of people with their TVs, they want to let their TV breathe a little bit. They want to play with the settings. They want to make different aesthetics or looks for various games. Some games might look better with a little bit more color. Some might look better with a little bit more sharpness. So that is what I do with each and every one of my games. Typically, if I'm not going to run it really accurate, sometimes I'll kind of play around and make a filter for it. And this is the settings I have for Dying Light on my C10. So obviously we're in game mode. So I have it's not an HDR, so if it were an HDR, it'd be 100 OLED light and 100 contrast. But because we're in SDR, I have 45 OLED light, 93 contrast, 50 brightness, which is the default setting, 14 sharpness, because I like to give the game a little bit more sharpness and edge enhancement, 57 color, because I like, 55 is the default setting, I like 57 color in this game, just to give it a little bit more pop. Tint 0. Advanced controls, gamma is 2.2. Normally in HDR you wouldn't be able to adjust gamma, but like I said, we are in SDR. And I have my white balance at warm 2 with blue -6. As I've said in a lot of my videos, OLEDs tend to run a little bit on the blue side by default. Therefore, to kind of balance that out, I run warm 2 with blue -6. A lot of these other options are grayed out because I'm in PC mode, and of course I'm in PC mode to make sure that I'm getting Chroma 444, which is full color information. When you have an RTX 3060, 3070, 3080, 3090, what have you, those are HDMI 2.1 capable cards, so they can run 4K, 120, HDR, or 10-bit color with Chroma 444. So again, that is why I'm running in PC mode to get 444 Chroma. And then with picture options, again, a lot of these are grayed out in PC mode, and that is in order for you to get the lowest possible latency. But black level is high. We can have a high or extended range with our black level because we're using HDMI 2.1. So I believe the range is set to 0 to 255 with high. You could also leave it at auto. You'll see there's no difference between high and auto because the TV will correctly diagnose the right black level. So auto is fine. And then motion eye care is off and true motion is off. So those are my quick settings. And if you go back to picture, aspect ratio 16:9, energy saving off. You don't want to use energy saving because it will dim your screen. Additional settings, eye comfort mode off. HDMI deep color is on, but it doesn't really matter because we are only using 4K 120 SDR. Although I believe turning on HDMI deep color does increase the bandwidth of your HDMI in port to 40 gigabits per second. So forget what I just said. You do want to turn this on because you will need that 40 gigabits per second to run 4K 120 with Chroma 444, or at least close to it. Instant game response is on. AMD FreeSync Premium is off. We are using G-Sync. We're on the LG C10. And the fine-tuned dark areas is just set to 0 or default. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly share with you guys how great this game looks on the LG C10 5 years later, how smoothly it runs at 120 FPS, and how sharp it is in native 4K. And if you have yourself Dying Light, the enhanced edition, because it was sort of graphically remastered somewhat for PC, and then you have an RTX 3000 series card, preferably 3080 or higher, with an LG OLED C9 or C10, you are in for an absolute epic treat running at 4K 120 with this gruesome, gory, zombie-laden hand-to-hand combat like this. Oh, so nice. There you go. Have a nade. Oh, yeah. Oh, he just came out of nowhere. So you can just see how intense this game is. So, guys, like I said, cdkeys.com, you can get Dying Light, the base campaign that you see me playing here, the enhanced edition with enhanced graphics. You can also get the expansion or DLC Dying Light the Following, and I would highly recommend you play those two games, give them a whirl. I've already, like I said, beaten this campaign once on the PS4, and now I'm playing it again, and I'm already sunk 60 hours into this campaign. And if you look here, you'll see I'm only 48% done. If you look in the top right, 48% done the story. There is so much to do, so much to see in this game. So give it a whirl, you won't regret it. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment in the comment section down below letting me know what you think. Please leave a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you can, and we will see you guys real soon, hopefully with an LG C1 unboxing. All right, guys, later.